everyone, it's Lisa. Today on Doodle Draw Art, we're going to draw Schroeder from the Peanuts movie. We're going to start off, as always, by placing our character on the page. So his head is going to go in this area where the circle is, and then he's playing the piano, so he's going to be hunching over. So I'm going to draw his hunched back, and then he's sitting on his bottom, but his legs are coming up like this, and his arms are going to be arching in toward the keys where his hands are playing like this, and then his legs will be down here, and the piano will be taking up the rest of this part of the page. So that's just the basic placement of this whole scene on the page. Now see, I've got to realize that my ground, everybody's got to be on the ground here. We're going to have the legs of the piano and the feet of the boy and the bottom of his bottom. Everything's going to have to sit on the ground here. All right, so this is where it's going to go. So we've got our placement. We can go ahead and get started. So where shall we start? I'm going to say let's start drawing Schroeder with the ear. I know, it's crazy. Let's start off with his ear. It's going to be right here toward the middle, and it's just going to be a C that points up like this. All right, nice. There's his ear. Woohoo! Now we're going to draw his hair. So it's going to come down like this, and then up and point in. So then he's got this whole section here that's like a droopy curl. So it's like curling down over his face like that. And then we have the top of his head, and it's going to be coming back up towards, like, there's some like sticking up bits here. So we're just going to make this come around, kind of, it's a little rectangular, you know, like it's not a rounded head, it's more of a, yeah, more of around the edge of a rectangle. And the same thing back here, we're going to come around the back of his head quite abruptly, down like this. And then we're going to draw the bottom of his hairline coming up toward his ear. Awesome. Okay, we did it. We drew his hair. We're done. No. All right, so then from the bottom of his hair here, this is where his neck is going to start. It's going to just kick out like this from here. And from his neck, we're going to draw a curve down. This is the bottom of his chin. A little further for that, not too much. That looks good right there. And then we're going to draw the top of his lip. And this is just a bit of a curve like so. Then right where his ear is, we're ready for his nose. So his nose is going to go down and over and a little bit up and then way in like this and over. So we've got the area here where his forehead is, then his nose and his upper lip and his chin coming over to his neck. Great. So let's just clean up some of these sketch lines from before so we can see a little bit better what we've got happening here. I'm happy with this. So far, so good. And then we just have to draw his eyeball, which is going to be just here inside this curve. So it's a little bit of a bean shape, I'm going to say. And it's just looking down at the piano keys. So then we might as well just continue on here. We're going to draw the edge of his shirt. And then this is going to come out past his shoulders and down around towards the bottom of his shirt, which is going to come in like this, and then around his actual bottom like so, and up and over his bent knees and down toward his leg again. Great. And then we're going to draw the part of his shirt that comes down from the collar like this. And then right away is where his sleeve starts. So I've got this short line that comes in from the collar, and then I'm going to draw an arch like this. That's the edge of his sleeve of his shirt. And then it's going to come this way, and it's going to come a little further. It's going to come this way, and then these stripes are going to follow that edge that I just made, like so. And then we're going to just make his arm come in from behind. We can't see all of it because his leg is in the way. And we could go a little bit further down here. Or stop sooner. Let's see. I'm just going to bring this line off for a second so I can see a little bit better what I'm doing. I'm just going to take this in close to his leg and stop right there. And then his finger's going to curve up and his other finger is going to curve in. And before we get too far, let's make this other leg. So we've got the edge of his leg coming like this with his socks, and then he's got his feet really bent up at an angle. So we're going to have a curve, comes over and right up toward his hand and then back in. And then a little shoelace there. He's wearing some kind of, I don't know, leather Oxfords. I don't know what kind of shoes these are, but they're cute. And then they've got a little leather sole along the bottom like that. And his feet are actually touching the piano keys here. His hands are in between. So the piano comes over like this and over, and then we're going to have the little legs of the piano. Okay, so we're working on his hand, but we had to do the foot first, so we knew how much room we had. And so we're just going to have, from this hand here, we're just going to have a little bit of his pinky sticking out and his other fingers there, so we don't get to see everything, but some of it. Now we're going to have other hand coming out from behind, and we're going to see his like a thumb, and then his finger, and his finger, and his finger, and his finger, and you can just draw like a little dent in there to give the shape of his hand. Okie doke. Now we're going to draw some keys here, just like that. And then we're going to draw another bump up, and then it goes over on the other side too, and then this comes up, and it goes all the way over here, and then this goes up, and it goes all the way over here. Now this is a tiny little bit of a curve because it's like a baby grand piano, like a baby grand piano, but there's a bit of a curve in the shape there, but not on the bottom, or yes, even on the bottom. So wherever that was coming to, it's going to come out, and then it's just going to curve up a little bit like that. And then that's the back end of the piano coming down, and the legs. You can sort of see the other one back there too. And then his shirt has stripes, so they come in the same angle as his collar at first, and then as we come down, they sort of level off a little bit, because eventually they're going to make this shape at the bottom. So you're going to have to stripe, 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 stripe. One more. You're going to have to make the curves match what his body arch is doing all through here. And I think those are all the lines we need to draw Schroeder. Looks good to me. So now I'm going to grab my permanent marker, and I'm going to go ahead and I'll do some of this in time lapse, but I wanted to thank you for watching today, and I would encourage you to leave me a comment. I love hearing from my viewers. And if you liked watching this video, please click like. And if you'd like to draw some other Peanuts characters, you can have a look down the sidebar here and choose another one to try. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.